All right, guys, gonna do some couscous here. Sorry, my prep team bailed on me, so. Or you want to help me finish the prep? No? All right, guys, I'm gonna do couscous for you, okay? This is great, actually, accompanied by something like a lamb stew or a beef stew, or anything like some kebabs or something like that. Think Mediterranean, North African, that realm, okay? Couscous. I'm actually going to stud this with a bunch of veggies, herbs. I have some yellow squash, some zucchini, some garlic already in here. Here's a pepper. What kind of pepper is this? I'm sorry? I can remember that one. Holy moly, that's good pepper. Anyways, so I have a pepper here, I have some squash, I have some garlic. I'm going to bring some stock to a boil and pour it over the couscous. Now, what is couscous? Couscous is made with durum semolina. I'm going to pass this around for you guys to take a look at that, okay? Couscous is like a micro pasta. This is instant couscous as opposed to Israeli couscous, which actually needs to be cooked for about 10 minutes or 8 minutes or so, like you would cook orzo, which also is pasta. But the instant couscous, so fine like this, all you need to do is bring liquid to a boil and pour it over the couscous and allow it to stand for about 5 minutes to hydrate. So my choice in liquid is not water, though you could certainly use water. My choice in liquid is actually stock. I'm using vegetable stock here, okay? So I have some vegetable stock in which I put some of Starlight Herbs Moroccan blend and Greek seasoning. I just put about half a teaspoon of each into my vegetable stock. Am I going to bring the vegetable stock to a boil? There will be a quiz, yes. Prior to taste, there will be a quiz, okay? So I'm going to bring my stock to a boil, and then I'm going to pour it over the what?
Couscous.
Couscous. Work with me here, folks. I'm going to pour it over the couscous and just allow it to stand for 5 minutes until it can hydrate, and then we're going to fluff it up a little bit and finish seasoning it with the herbs and stuff like that. So again, what kind of liquid do I have here?
Vegetable stock.
Vegetable stock. Could you use chicken stock?
Yes.
Yeah. Could you use beef stock? Could you use whatever you want? Yeah, just have some liquid, okay? Again, use stock so you have a head start on the flavor, right? Why not use a flavorful liquid? I know people who make couscous actually with fruit juice. You know, personally I like the savory application because I'm also actually going to put some sweet stuff in there. I'm going to throw in also a little handful of pine nuts. Oh heck, a little handful of dried cranberries. Craisin would be a brand name. These are sweet and dried cranberries, okay? A little candied ginger, why not? I have some dried papaya and mango. Heck, whatever, you know? Get the idea? Use your senses. Use what you want. Add what you want. Again, I have some. What's the liquid?
Stock.
So you guys are helping me. You didn't realize this was going to be so interactive, right?
Chicken stock.
Okay, so I have vegetable stock there, but you can use chicken stock or whatever kind of stock you would like, okay? So here we go. My stock has come to a boil. Now, the ratio, you use equal part stock or liquid to couscous, okay? All you do is bring the liquid to a boil, pour it over the couscous. I'm just going to give it a quick stir to distribute evenly. And then, frankly, I don't care if you cover it or not, okay? For me, it doesn't matter if this cools because I'm actually going to serve this sort of like a salad. Now, couscous is really versatile in that you could serve it hot as a side, again, maybe with some stew or something like that, or some kebabs, something grilled. You could, whether it's fish or meat, lamb, chicken, whatever you want, okay? Again, you could use it as a hot side, or you could take it and maybe stuff some peppers or stuff some tomatoes with that, and you could serve it cold as a salad like that, or you could serve it warm, re-warm that when you need it. But I do like to dress it with a vinaigrette, which I'm whisking a vinaigrette together here. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes, okay? I do like to dress the couscous with a vinaigrette and then serve it at cool or room temperature, okay? Any questions? Now couscous, like I said, is like a micro pasta. It's actually made from durum semolina. High quality dried pastas are made with durum semolina, which is a wheat flour. Okay? So Anyone need to see the couscous? You guys savvy, right? It's available in most grocery stores now. This is actually the tri-colored couscous from the bulk bins at Winco. Right next to it, there is the plain couscous, just the color of dried pasta, right? Like that, right? Okay, but I like the tri-color just getting you have a head start on the color. Okay, so think about the color, and all these veggies that I'm throwing in here and herbs are also going to provide that. They're going to provide nice color. So again, couscous. Now, if you have some, if you or someone you know and love goes meatless, then couscous studded with a bunch of veggies can serve as its own meal. Okay. All right. So why don't we throw a little candied ginger? I'll just put a coarse chop on this to break this down a little bit. So I have some candied ginger. So you guys have yourself a nice chef's knife and a good cutting board, right? Richard right there has great cutting boards, okay? Very good cutting boards. Okay, so we're going to throw some candied ginger in there. Why don't we throw some cranberries? Nice color, right? Beautiful. Like that? Nice. I plant him in the audience. A little late, buddy. I expect you're on time next time. All right.
How much couscous about a cup is that?
Equal parts. This is about a cup and a half. It's more ratio thing. I'm less concerned with how big the batch is you make at home. Okay, you want equal parts couscous to liquid. In this case, I use stock. I brought vegetable stock to a boil, poured it over the couscous, and you see it right in front of you, hydrating, okay? And so as soon as I can get this jazzed up for you, I'll serve it, okay? So you guys are going to see Laura here after the demo for DVDs. These are actually prior week's demos. Prior week's demos, $5, 2 30-minute demos. Now this demo I'm going to cut a little bit short because my first demo earlier I ran a little bit long. Okay, we did crepes earlier. How many of you saw? Tried? Yeah? You like that? So, yeah.
That was wonderful.
I'm going to throw some pine nuts in there. If you want to take a minute, you can toast those in a pan on the stove or in a pan on the oven.
What was the last thing?
The last thing I put in? Golden Rays.
Oh, yeah?
Golden Rays. Here's a few pine nuts, like so. These are an expensive item. I should put a tip jar out here, right? No? Tough crowd. Huh?
They really add to it.
You could use walnuts or pecans or something like that if you like. I'm going to throw some cucumber in there also. I'm going to show you how to chiffonade some basil. As opposed to a coarse chop here, let me just chop this other stuff, okay? So here's parsley and cilantro, okay? I'm just gonna do a coarse chop on the parsley and cilantro. So the herbs I would use in a couscous would probably be fresh parsley, cilantro, mint, and basil. Just so happens, yeah, either or, any combination, yes. So, and to chiffonade the basil, I don't usually do a chop like that because then it looks more bruised, but I'll just take and stack the leaves, roll them, and run my knife through it one time.
You use mint and salt together.
I'll use all 4 of those sometimes, all in conjunction. Or use any, like I said, use any one or any combination. Okay? So there we have a bunch of herbs. Let's throw a little cucumber into the mix. Okay? Oh, man. So we have a little cucumber going into the couscous. So, tell me, what is couscous made of? Durum semolina, okay? So it's like a little micro pasta. It's so fine though, it's instant. All you have to do is bring liquid to a boil, pour it over the couscous.
Do you ever peel cucumbers because the things are bitter sometimes?
If you taste a cucumber and it's bitter to you, then go ahead and peel it. Sure. I just kind of work on cucumber by cucumber basis. Okay? The wonderful cucumbers here at the Saturday market. Down on the end on the left, 3 different types of cucumbers. Right here, you have this one I'm using, and these 2 also are available. Right there, okay? So there we go. So again, I use Starlight herbs, Greek seasoning, a Moroccan blend. And Debbie, what kind of pepper do you have here? Sorry? I'm sorry? Holy moly. See, I didn't even remember. I'm sorry. Gee. Okay? And we could throw some tomatoes if you wanted to throw some tomatoes in there. You're certainly welcome to do that as well. So here is our couscous. Pretty simple, huh? Pretty quick. You can do this, right? Okay. I threw some dried cranberries in there, golden raisins, also some pine nuts, and then you just saw me chop the herbs, right? Fresh basil, cilantro, and parsley. Okay? And then the dried spices. Now, who can tell me what's the difference between an herb and a spice? An herb.
Spice is a seed.
Excellent. Herb, the leaf of an aromatic plant. Spice, the seed, the root, or bark of an aromatic plant. Seed, cumin, fennel, bark, cinnamon, root, horseradish, ginger. Okay, again, the herb is the leaf. Now, what plant yields both the herb and the spice?
Cilantro.
I use the herb right here. Okay?
Cilantro.
Cilantro, the seed being coriander. Okay? Now, is that worth the price of admission alone, or what? Come on, guys. So you get the spice and herb blends over at Starlight Herbs. You get the fresh herbs. I grabbed those ones from Ira, the guy who has the bread down here. But you can get them from any number of vendors. Again, all I did was hydrate the couscous with some liquid. What kind of liquid did I use? Stock. It just so happens I use vegetable stock. Could you use chicken stock? Yeah, why not? Making that decision is called cooking, all right? I want you to do this. Please take the liberty.
You just put little chicken pieces right in there and serve it with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could enhance this any way you want.
So I didn't see you put her two herbs in there. When did you do that? Just sprinkle them?
I'm sorry?
Her two seasons in there.
I put that in with the stock, but you could sprinkle it on here. Doesn't matter when you introduce it.
And not a lot, just enough to taste.
I think I mentioned I put about a half teaspoon of each, I believe. Okay, what else are we going to do? Let's dress it with the vinaigrette. This is a sherry vinaigrette, okay? Equal parts olive oil, sherry vinegar, whisked together with a little bit of honey and mustard, okay? So again, equal parts. You could use any vinegar you want or use a bottle dressing you have in the door of your fridge, okay?
How much honey and mustard? About a half teaspoon.
A little, as much as you want. As much as you want. I want you to use your senses more than I actually want you to ask me the specific amount. You'll know if you have too much mustard in there for your palate. You'll know. I can't tell you that. You can tell you that.
Plain mustard, Dijon.
Whatever mustard you want. Yep. I just happen to use, I usually use Dijon or even like a honey Dijon, but I just have in my pantry box here, I just have little packets like that I'll get. Like as Laura knows, I'll just kind of grab a handful wherever I happen to be, right? To replenish my little thing here, okay? I used a packet of mustard. Again, you can use a little bit of Dijon or a whole grain mustard or whatever you have.
Looking for a sweet taste?
If you want a sweet taste, you know that I put in here savory things like garlic and spices, and you know that I put sweet things in here, okay? Cranberries, golden raisins, right? There's honey in the vinaigrette, so we have a sort of sweet, aromatic, savory thing going on, okay? I don't want you to necessarily do this just how I do it. I want you to use your intellect and actually make the decision, okay, how you're going to do it, please, okay? And I'm going to season it with salt and pepper if it needs it, but we have a lot of action going on here, right? We have vegetable stock, the couscous, fresh herbs, fresh veggies, aromatic vegetables, the garlic in this case. We have some spices from Starlight Herbs. And so I'm just going to give a taste and see where to go with it, and then you're going to taste. And if you want to go a little more on the sweet profile or back off on that and go entirely savory and hit it hard with the veggies and the aromatics, you're certainly welcome to do that. Okay? Again, I want you to use your senses so you can make the determination. If you have someone coming over that is allergic to garlic or nuts, then of course you're going to forego those things. Okay? I'm going to give it just a hit of salt and pepper and Remember, what do you do if you want to look fancy for your friends? Just hold your hand up higher, okay? All right, guys. So you want to try this? No? One? Oh, thank you. Good. At least one person. I'll ask the question again. You want to try this? All right. I'm going to make you work for it, though. I don't know. You guys tired or what? You sleepy? No? You are? I'm going to make you wake up. We need to have a chant or something here. I need you to say, we're going to get a chant going here, okay? Because I want the people over at the car show knowing how much fun you're having here. Right? So you have a loud voice, right? Yeah. All right, work with me here, guys. We're going to go, Eagle Market. Eagle Market. We're going to do it 10 times, all right? Otherwise, this is my lunch. Okay? Oh, man, he's leaving. Oh, gee whiz. You think people are going to be a good sport, you know? And all right, you ready? Okay? Eagle Market. 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 All right.
Only got one hand.
The YMCA. Right. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm at a Broncos game. I know. I'm like, there you go. Do you wave, ready?
You see the dude cut out though when I. All right, we're gonna check, guys. You kids did great, by the way. Soccer game. I might serve this something like this. Pardon me. Hey, when that happens.
Yeah, you want, okay, you want to try the Merlot? Yeah.
Okay, so again, couscous is made from durum semolina, right? Where are you going to find it? Any grocery store. Okay? Did we enhance it with a variety of vegetables?
Yes.
Herbs? Hit it with vinaigrette? Gentle on the salt and pepper? Why? Because we had a lot of flavor going there already, right? Vegetable stock, some of Starlight Herbs blends. All right.
Well, or you think, tell people we're visited on Saturday and Sundays for sure, 12 o'clock. We live on the place. So if it goes your other way and you call, we're open.
I don't have questions.
Yeah.
Whatever the relationship is. Everybody's smiling.
Well, my husband is working like crazy. So but he go, if he had to sort of house.
You can serve something like this in this manner. I'll hit it with a little bit of, you can hit it with a little Southwest chili oil, just some of Starlight Herb Southwest blend, plus some oil, or maybe a little ginger curry. How about that? How about a little fresh herbs? Okay. And just a little sprig of basil. Whoops, I want something more. Here we go. All right, guys. Here's your couscous with herbs and veggies from the Saturday market. All right, you guys want to try it? Yeah? Okay.
Well, that's as good as eating whole wheat bread, right?
All right, you guys want to try this couscous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Here you go. And we're going to get you taken care of here. All right, so every Saturday I do a demo somewhere around 10 and somewhere around 12, okay? I think we went 10, 15, and 12, 15 this week, okay? And so that way you have a chance to see some things that can be done with some of the products here. Sorry. Don't you hate when that happens? Do the tasting, inhaling, chewing, tasting, talking all at the same time. I can't do 2 things at once. Gee whiz, try to do 3 or 4.
Did you go to school or just
You're just like,
I did an apprenticeship with Swiss chefs for 2.5 years, and then I went to Culinary Institute of America Greystone in Napa Valley and the International School of Confectionery Arts in Gaithersburg, Maryland. So managed to cook in school for a time, owned my own places in Northern California, and gladly give my time to the Saturday market to show you a couple things. So I want to see you shopping, right? I want to see you out there getting some stuff from these wonderful producers. And you're welcome to try this couscous. Very well. We had to cancel that class. You called, didn't you? Did you?
I wasn't sure if I
Yeah, we dropped it. And so I'm actually going to start doing stuff at Rachel K's Bistro. There's some flyers here, guys. I do have some classes on the books at thank you very much. 2nd Avenue Home Decor, right here on the corner. Here's a couple of flyers if you'd like to see what classes I'm offering coming up. Excuse me. And I'm doing a wine dinner with, and there's an option without wine if you like, a 5-course meal, or 5 or 6, I don't know how many we wrote, at Rachel K's Bistro, the old Wild West Bakery. She and I are going to partner on some events each month now. And I'll start offering classes there too. So kind of keep an eye on what's happening at Rachel K's Bistro. And you can grab any of these here, and you can see Laura for the DVDs of prior week's demonstrations. I saw him on more the better. Your day won't be taken by someone else. Yeah. Certain days I'm already booked up a couple months out. So it's advantageous to
still going?
date and get a deposit to me and sort of, a rough number, even though I can know the exact number like that week. So, but as long as we get your date reserved for you. So that's the thing.
You see your voicemail?
I'm best for you.
Yeah, it's me.